What is up, Team JVS? We are back with another review. We're gonna do a little quick one for the Wheel of Time, episode 4 of season 3, because this was a really crazy episode, man. I mean, there was a lot that went down, and I'm excited. My comprehension skills may not be the best, and that's why we rely on you to help fill in some of the gaps. Some of the differences that we got compared to the TV show and the book. I love hearing what you guys have to say. My favorite part about doing this is hearing your thoughts and everything. So, of course, hello. First off, welcome to Team JVS. My name is Bizzy Braun. You can check out my reactions and some of my other thoughts on my channel, which should be listed below. Um, we've been covering this since the beginning, and we're not a book reader, so it's just been really, really interesting to just absorb everything. It's been a blast, and but yeah, I'm excited to talk about this. So this is the episode 4, our first episode that we've kind of got individually when they dropped the first three all together. So this is definitely something that I was looking forward to, because I'm like, okay, they're probably gonna have an action packed episode, and in a sense they did, man. I mean, to be able to dive into the history of everything was probably one of the highlights for me. And from what I understood, it was just a big look at Rand's ancestors and just everything that's happened, years, whether it was 20 years ago to like 1,000 years ago. We even saw Lamphere. We saw, of course, Rand's like father, his mother. We saw like the scene that we were familiar with from when his mom gave birth and everything. It was insane to see the way his father was whipping ass and stuff. Like just to see how skilled of warriors the Aiel are. It's been really cool to see like more of that. But yeah, I mean they really did a really good job filming certain things, and for an example, the makeup uh was one thing that I was pretty impressed with. But we got some incredible moments, and I'm not just specifically talking about Rand. I want to talk about Morraine as well. But this was clearly a Rand episode, but we did have some cool moments with some other characters, and I think Morraine is 100% one of them, where we're diving into like her, what she's going through with Viridian, and then seeing like her kind of kill Rand in so many different ways, and then it dives and it's her getting killed in so many different ways, and just to see like the, I don't know, alternate realities, if you will. It was just incredibly handled, and the way that the transitions were too, when it was showing her getting killed, like the way the screen kept flipping, and every time it flipped it was just an alternative death. It was just incredible the way they kind of portrayed that. I was actually just in awe the entire sequence. It was so well handled, and I think it's one of my favorite moments of the show due to the way that they kind of like creatively chose to shoot that and to display it for us. It was amazing, and definitely a highlight for me. But to be able to see the different pieces of time was just something I truly enjoyed. Whether it was diving into something that was as recent as 20 years ago, with the war that, of course, while Rand was born and everything, and then we dive even further, where we have the two boys that were exiled due to them killing, and then again further the grandfather, further, and it just kept going and going and going. It was so interesting to see, and to learn more about this, because again, I am of course new to this, so just whatever they show us through the screen is all my knowledge, so it's just been interesting to see the way that they were handling, uh showcasing how the Aiel were made, why they were called Oathbreakers, just all of these little things. It was really cool to see that the way that Viridian kind of was created, to see the columns kind of arise from the ground. I mean, visually it was pretty cool at times, but then there was times I feel as though, especially when we were in the fog, where it felt like they were going a little too crazy. Some of the colors, some certain things are just too bright. I'm just like, what am I like? There was a scene with the columns where I'm looking at them and I'm like, dude, like this is a lot. It's kind of a lot. But other than that, it it felt it felt like movie quality. Like certain shots where in the beginning when we have Morraine and Rand walking in the fog, we kind of see everything, and it felt like a movie. It felt movie quality, just the way that they were kind of walking through everything. And yeah, but of course we have some big changes for a bunch of characters happening here. Whether it was you know Morraine's character and just diving into everything that she saw, or Rand's character, of course. But there's just they were just doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? They were just giving us a lot of info. Like this was on top of being like an info dump. They gave us like just a lot of cool action sequences. A lot like artistically just gave us kind of a show, and I'm really impressed with how this episode came out. I don't know, realistically, I'm excited to hear if you guys have it up there, with one of the better episodes of season three. We only got 4 episodes, but I'm curious to see where you guys rank everything. But this episode was just really really interesting. Um, they also dove into I'm still learning characters' names. Aola Smart's character, I believe it's I can never pronounce it. Aventa. I know one of you will break it down because we had the same issue when it came to Nynaeve and Egwene in season one. You guys really helped me out there. But learning, seeing what was going on with her. I mean, we had a little kind of fight sequence between her and Lan, which was really cool. But then all of a sudden, they throw in at the end of the fight, you just see the people come up and they're like, okay, it's time. And just seeing her, like her entire like all that confidence, just everything about her just kind of disappeared, and it was just sad to watch, you know. So it's and we see that carried over to the end when she comes out, and she's just not having it. She even straight up calls, even after Rand gets both, even gets all tatted up, she just looks at him and she's like calls him a wetlander, and I'm just like, bro, like we've just this just what happened, like what have we learned, and I am really looking forward to the next episode because I am curious to see how everyone else is going to react. Because we also dove into the other clan, of course, with that seems a little more aggressive than who we've been hanging out with. But it's gonna be interesting to see how everyone kind of responds to like the trial and just everything. And I'm excited to see an interaction between Morraine and Rand, because of course Rand choosing to go back and to grab her, and when she was getting carried off, she like straight up looked at him, and she was kind of caught off guard too. Like there was just a lot here. I mean, they went through hell here, and it was such an interesting episode. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the next one. I'm appreciative that you guys are checking out these videos. They're awesome. I appreciate you guys. We got a lot more coming out, so just stay tuned, be ready, and if you guys are interested in just checking out more Wheel of Time content on my channel, we do reactions. I appreciate covering stuff like this, and I really enjoy watching this show, and I look forward to having Wheel of Time fans over there. So thank you guys, and I will see you soon. So be ready, and yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe, do what you can, help us out. Peace out.